Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around to the end and watching my Richmond travel film shot on the iPhone 11 Pro. I had such a good time going out and shooting with this phone and seeing what it can do. So I really wanted to challenge myself to get out and only have my phone on me, leave my main camera in the van, and just see what this thing could do. And I was definitely impressed. So I just wanted to quickly touch on some of my favorite features with the phone and some things I really didn't like with shooting with it. So first of all, I think the wide angle camera is where this thing shines. It's so cool, the perspective you get. It was kind of like when I first got my drone, and you know, it was like a new perspective and a new way to shoot, and it's kind of got me thinking creatively. You know, what shots can I get with it? I'm kind of having that same thing with this phone when I switched over to the wide, because it's such a crazy perspective. And it's just crazy that that capability is within a phone. That was by far my favorite feature. Second to that, and very close second, is the stabilization that goes along with it. And those things kind of go hand in hand, because when you're shooting with this super wide and you're walking along, it looks like you have a stabilizer. This entire film was shot handheld, and I just was blown away by it. And then when you add the slow motion into that, the 60 frames per second, you can really slow that down for an even more stabilized shot, which used to just be able to be done with a gimbal and kind of a lot of setup. Now you can do that with just your phone handheld. This was all shot in 4K at 60 frames per second. I also love the hyperlapses I'm getting out of this for like when I'm driving around in those sweeping driving shots. Really impressed by that feature. So I used to use the hyperlapse app, but now ever since I switched to this new phone, I am using the built-in time-lapse feature that comes with the iPhone in order to utilize that wide-angle camera. I am pretty blown away by those features in particular. So now let's talk about some of the things that I wasn't too impressed with and that I really hope that they fix or update on the iPhone eventually, which is the low light capability or lack thereof, and the telephoto. So on the photo side of things, these have definitely been improved. The night mode and the portrait mode, all of those look great when you're shooting photos. But however, on the video side, I was really struggling with that, with the night stuff. Even in the van right now, it'd be very grainy, even with the natural light coming in. It just doesn't handle it very well. And I actually ended up having to cut a couple of the clips out of the film because they just were not usable at that point. So, and then, like I said, the cropped, I tried zooming in on some kayakers from like a long way away, and it just was, it was very distorted, and it really just kind of like squashed the quality. So I would say those are the biggest like drawbacks to this camera, and that's where I'll definitely be utilizing my Sony much more. But that being said, the wide angle, I think that's where I'd be using it the most. Overall, I'm very happy with the results. It was really crazy to see that capability in a phone. So if you guys have any questions for me about this phone, filmmaking, van life, anything, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to answer them for you. And thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.